Okay, in this brief tutorial, I'm going to help you revise for your upcoming assessment on the development topic. And if you follow my guidance, you should be able to access all the questions you're going to see and be fully prepared to answer any potential question you encounter. The first thing you're going to want to open is the learning outcomes spreadsheet, which you'll find attached to this assignment, and have a little look at all of the things that you need to be able to do, and you'll see them listed on your screen here. So there are 9 learning outcomes that you need to be confident you can tackle. Now, some of those outcomes are straight knowledge, and some of them are understanding information and knowing how to describe information. And I'm going to show you an example of both and how I'd encourage you to prepare. We can see over here the different assignments which those learning outcomes were being tackled. So let's take this assignment here. I can use a table of data to explain possible reasons for the differences in development. Okay, and you're encouraged to use both assignments 1B and 1D. So can you describe and possibly explain differences in development? So we have a look at assignment 1B, first of all, because this is one of the 2 assignments that you're encouraged to look at. You'll be able to hopefully remember that this was linked to a game you might have played, the Top Trumps card game. And you were asked to use data that you gathered on different countries from this Wikipedia link. And then you had to describe the differences. So how is the United Kingdom, for example, different from Brazil in the 4 different categories of data that were asked? And then the follow-up question was, what reasons is Mali less developed than the United Kingdom? So, and that's an explain question. So, for example, when you found out the literacy rate of Mali, in this box here, what factors can help us understand why people are less literate? Why don't people in Mali live as long? What possible reasons are there? What reasons are there that people have less access to clean water? And why do people have less wealth? Now, you'll explore that in class with your teacher, and you're going to have to give some reasons for those differences that you encounter potentially. Right, let's go back to the learning outcome. So that is allowing you to maybe explain something. And what I'd recommend you do is you maybe write that down on a piece of paper or in a revision A4 pack, if you've got anything like that at home, notepad, or maybe even on a flashcard that you might have, which is just cutting a piece of card into 4 or 6 rectangles and writing the learning outcome on one side and then what you would write on the other side. There are other learning outcomes, though, that are a little bit different. So, for example, describing a pattern on a map. Let's have a little look. What would I do if you were given a map? Well, let's have a look at assignment 1D, where we had a look at, for example, the global pattern of wealth, or GDP as it's called, gross domestic product. And you've got a key down here that therefore we can see where are the areas of the world where people have over 50,000 and all the different wealth levels across the world. And here is a typed example of how you would approach answering this type of question. Not just identifying areas of continents, but using the key, giving exact amounts. Maybe even, as we can see here, naming a country. And we can see the same has been done for global life expectancy. And here is an example of how you might go approaching that. Now, as you revise each of these learning outcomes, you might choose, just to make sure you've covered them, use this little digital checklist just to tick off things as you actually complete them, like that. And by the end of that, hopefully a couple of evenings of work, you've gone through the assignments and you're confident you could answer any of these questions. Good luck.